Hello beekeepers, what's up? I'm out here trying to make some kind of sense of this whole flipping mess I got going on. I want to set up another rail here. I got this one set up yesterday, you saw some of that. And I got my first block here set. It'll be going out this way. I got to set another block and I'll put another block here. But what you want to do is what I do anyway, set my first block and get it level, scratch off the vegetation, get it level this way, check it this way. You can see I'm jamming up on both ways. Now you come down here, what I do is take this rail and drop it right here, line it up with the end of the block, right, roll it up there next to it like so. Bring this over here, like so, where you want your next block to be. Alright. Kick that over there like that. Now we'll peel off the vegetation here, right here. Set the block. I've already got that one established. So I'm going to match this one to that one. So just first of all, I scratch off. I think this is going to be a little high. I might have to bury it down in, no biggie. I just take my gloves. The ground's not too hard to dig it out with my hands. And set it on. Set it in here after you get the veggies off. Put this bar on. Then set your torpedo on there. Set your torpedo level on that rail and see where you need to be. And then lower it or raise it accordingly. But what I like to do is take the low end first, which I'm quite sure that's the low end, and then take this high end and scratch it down to match that end. That's what I like to do. And a little torpedo works great for this. It's got a magnet on it, and it sticks to your rail. Now look at here. That ground. Well, I got a hunch it's up a little bit and it's almost level, so that tells me I got to go down at least 2 inches over here. Yeah, I finished this one up. Not sure what I want to do here just yet. I mean, the bees are working it, but they're not working it very good here. These little tarps, by the way, I went down there to get some tarps. I only picked up 3 because this is the start of an experiment. And this rails are 8 feet, but you see I came in a little bit and set a concrete block here. And then I started shoving. I needed a backstop, so I started shoving frames up all on there. Look at the crud. Look at the crud already falling out, guys, on the bottom here. Now, one of my subscribers says, Steve-O, because I was going to throw diatomaceous under there, but he said what's cheaper, one of the subs said what's cheaper, throw salt, rock salt under there. I think I'm going to do one a little better, and they got granular salt down here. Some people use it to throw in their swimming pools, a lot of salt pools. And so I will just put a lot of salt under there. Yeah, I'll put a lot of salt under there. And let's try to burn up some of these freaking hive beetles, larvas. But yeah, I got quite a few on this thing here. Let's count them up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, and 58. Now, I could have got a few more. Could have got 60 plus if I would have moved this concrete block down here, but I'd used up what frames I had, so that's cool. That's fine. I can move that back later and fudge some more in here. But so you're going to get about 60 frames in here with this shenanigans, okay? So yeah, so we've got to, after I get this set, this block set, and these blocks set, I'm going to come up 2 block high like that one is. This one's 2 blocks high, as you can see. That one's buried in kind of. It's got a pretty good slope here. So that bottom block is buried in about halfway. Yeah, and it worked out good. They had, the tarps were just about all gone down there because of these hurricanes we've got. Everybody's scarfing up the tarps. But these little, I don't know what these were, 7x5 tarps. They were only $2 and change. $3. I figured $3 per tarp. And I was going to take bricks and these spring clamps. These spring clamps have a hole up in here you can run a bank line through, and I was going to attach some bricks. I got access to a lot of these bricks here, and I was going to just clip on to hold the curtain down, but I don't think I need it, because you see what I did here. I just pinched it on the blocks, and these clamps are pretty cheap. You get them at Harbor Freight also. So, just an option, something to think about. So yeah, I found another dead hive here. I put the 2s over here. I got my little 2 framers here. I think I'm going to tarp these 2 to keep the water off of them. Got more rain coming. Got another storm coming around the horn, guys. Probably the weekend it's going to be slamming me. This double stacker here, I think this is the one with my Oprah queen in it. Should I put queen right? I think this has got my black queen in here. A lot of bees in that sucker. But this, look at here. I mean, here's more crap, guys. Here's more stuff. Die out. Yep, die out. Die out. Wax moths coming in. I need to pull this apart here, because this comb don't look too bad. I'm gonna make up some more of that material. See that, what the wax moths, they're starting to come in, and spray the hell out of these 2 here. Let's see if we can't. I have to run more experimentation on that stuff, that product. So that's going to get sprayed down today too. I'm going to mop it down heavily. I may make that product a little stronger. So I've got one on the waterfront yet down at Bailey's Bluff. I don't know if it's any good or not. I've got 2 more boxes down there with comb just sitting there so they can rob it out if they want. So I'm down to bare bones as far as bees. I got one on another site, a little 5-frame nuke. It don't look good. I was there yesterday, threw a jar of feed on that. I think that hive is toast. Queen was very marginal looking queen. She just spotty eggs, just starting to lay, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, and I figure I'll give her time. So I don't have a lot of bugs to work with from all these disasters. Between mosquito control and hurricanes, I'm down to bare bones. But I've been here before, okay? I have sold out all my bees before twice, and I retained 2 hives. And from 2 beehives, I went all the way back up to 100 plus, almost in one season. I mean, we got long seasons here. But a lot of that was too buying queens. Yeah, I was buying queens. Yeah, so it does get pricey, but you can build up quite fast. So anyway, that's the program. Just getting stuff tuned up here. I've got all these boxes over here on that trailer. It's got to go in inventory over here, and just a little bit at a time, cleaning this hellhole up. We got more rain coming. This is the time of year when we get blasted. I got a lot of obsolete stuff over here going on. I can free up more railing here. Yeah, let's just keep it simple. I mean, there's some old, look at that, old, ancient beefy beehives. That was actually a shaker box. There's a piece of excluder on that thing. That was a shaker box, but it's all rotting. Just rotting out. Here's another one. Here's another one right here. Yeah, so We got frames down in here too. I got frames coming out my yin and yang, but I'm going to try too a little something. I'm going to try too. I've got this tank over here. I had it built years ago. Matter of fact, in the 80s, it's a doggone wax melting tank. I had custom built. There's 2 ports, one on each side. And what I did is put a couple of elbows, 45 elbows, to where I could raise and lower I don't remember, there's a baffle in here on one end. I think it's over here. There's a baffle in here, baffle wall, to where I could put water in this thing and uncap into it. And I'd put a turkey cooker underneath this thing. And as the wax, I would uncap into this tank. I had a bar coming across. I could manually uncap into this tank. And as the wax got higher, I could tilt down the tube and run it off into a wax pan. It worked pretty good. I mean, but I'm thinking I have this tank, I could set this thing back up, my thought is, and I'm going to experiment and take a clamp. I'm thinking something like this right here. I'm thinking something like this vice grip right here. See this vice grip? See this vice grip right here, guys? I'm thinking about taking this dude and fill this thing up with water and get it boiling, and then lower this frame in while it's still in the frame. I have dropped these in boiling water before to get the crappy comb off of there, right? Then you pull it out and that sucker goes haywire sideways. Yeah, it goes haywire sideways and warps. It warps out. So you basically created garbage. Yeah, you created garbage. So I'm thinking, I'm just going to experiment a little bit. If it works, I'll show you guys what that little program to help clean these frames up. I know I'm doing this thing over here, letting the bugs chew it all up, and you can see the debris is starting to happen. It's falling down below, and then of course we're going to salt the hell out of that to kill off those creepy crawlers under there. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today, just trying to get caught up, and I got to get to the waterfront in a day or so. I want to get down there before this monsoon hits. We got another monsoon coming. Hopefully it'll just be a rainmaker. They're thinking about me getting about 4.5 inches of rain here. It's not bad. That ain't bad. Swamp isn't too bad here. My cypress swamp. I got a cypress swamp right here. This is the high end. It all drains to the north and goes into Bear Creek. Bear Creek runs east and west for a long way, and it heads to the Gulf of Mexico. And the Gulf of Mexico is right over that way, not that many miles, a couple miles or so. Yeah. So I'm running about, what am I running here? I think I'm running about 20, I think I'm running 26 elevation above sea level right here on this land, which is not bad. I've been here since '99, guys, and I saw the water one year come up to right about where that garden hose is. But from right here to the very end of that property, I got about 3.5 feet of fall. This whole landscape goes this away about 3.5 feet. So, and then the water, the way they graded this thing, the water runs this way away from my house and that way away from my house and runs down. So I got a river that comes down either side. It comes around that building actually and comes right down through there. A river will start running through here into the swamp. So yeah, it is what it is. And so what I got to do too, the swamp is just, I mean, it's just growing in on me. I've got to get in here and do some chopping. I'd like to take this tree out, chop it, but it's all this is leaning this way. Bunch of limb rat nests up in there. I can see them up in there. But this tree's it's just getting overwhelmed, and it's not living that long. Either is this one. It's all the limbs on it they don't usually. It's about the only thing around here that lives a long time is that live oak right there. Them things are just, they can be old grandfathers. So everything I got to get cleaned back. See, like here's a dead limb fixing to happen. They're just, I got a full plate there just maintaining stuff. Here's some more stuff here. Cassava right here. They eat a lot of this in South America. Yeah, you can just break this stuff off. These limbs are brittle. You break this stuff off and just shove it in the ground and it'll grow. Yeah, and then there's down, you follow the trunk down to the base, you dig it up. There's these great big old black, or not really dark, almost black tubers. They get sometimes like a foot long, big, thick. You peel them. It's like it's a starch. That's all it is. You got to boil them, drain off the water because there's cyanide in them. But they're edible. I've ate them, but I don't need much starch. I'm a beef eater, baby. Oh, went to the dock yesterday, and it was a young lad that was there, a trainee doctor. And the doc came in, introduced me to this young fella. And he said, this is Mr. Dennis here. This is so-and-so. I'm gonna let him check you over. It was just routine checkup. I'm gonna let him check you over, and then I'll come back and we'll discuss what's going on here. I said, okay. So of course they want to try to hook you up. You're already on one blood pressure medication, thanks to Fauci, because I wasn't on anything. I was not on any medication until I got the Fauci, 2 jabs of that and a booster that I was conned into, okay? Stupidly. I've got friends, buddies that didn't get it and they're fine. They got COVID. I got COVID. The whole sales pitch on COVID was, the old corrupt sales pitch was, get the shot, you don't get COVID. Yeah, right. Another lie from the Obama team. Yeah, that's all it is, Obama team. That's what's running the show right now, guys. Yeah, corrupt fools. Anyway, he checked me out. He said, hey, boy, your blood pressure's textbook. I said, good. That's great, great, great. I said, oh, by the way, that cholesterol medication you got, I can't take any of that. What's going on? I said, brain fog, for one. And then you got other problems. I developed carpal tunnel and plantar fasciitis with that because it attacks the muscles. Both of those conditions are a muscle issue. The carpal tunnel is in your forearm. That triggers the wrist to start burning and stuff. And then they do this phony surgery where they go into your wrist and start tweaking tendons and stuff. It's just plain stupid. They'll ruin you. And in the plantar fasciitis, they go into your heel and start tearing stuff up. I said, I'm not taking it anymore. What else is in your toolkit? Because supposedly, I have 70% blockage on my carotid on the right side and 55% on the left carotid artery. And they are all puckered up and want to stabilize that. I said, okay, I'm all for that. Says, well, we got to put you on a statin to do that. I'm not believing much of this, guys, but I thought, well, I'll give it a try. Well, I gave this stuff a try. It was Crestor, or what it was. It was a generic of Crestor. They got all these drugs, and then they've got these cheaper drugs. Well, all these cheaper drugs, you've got the same stuff. It's bad for your liver, this and that. And yeah. So I gave it a shot and had all these issues. And I told the guy, I said, listen, that stuff's bad. It does, you know, your whole brain, guys, is cholesterol, okay? Your whole friggin' brain is cholesterol. When you start sucking cholesterol out of your skull, You start heading toward dementia, just look at Goofball Joe where he's at, okay? If they ain't got that dude all jacked up on cholesterol, I'll kiss your booty hole on the City Hall steps at high noon, okay? And I ain't going there. I'm just telling you. That's how bad it is. And so, I told the doctor that too. He didn't like that at all. I don't really care, guys. I don't really care if I upset doctors or not, to be honest with you. After this Fauci shot nonsense, I don't give a rat's ass if I piss somebody off, okay? I'm right to here with it. I'm right to here. Old Steve-O is right to here with Big Pharma BS and government BS and Big Ag BS, okay? Sick of these people, these insider trader jerks running this country, taking us all the cleaners and eating up all of our freaking tax money on stupid left-wing projects. So anyway, that's a little venting right there. But just a second. So with all the shenanigans that's going on between these stupid, corrupt mosquito control people that took out 5 of my hives, and now the hurricane's taken out 7, I'm well over $9,000 with bees and income that I could have made from them bees. So I'm out close to 10 grand with just a small hit. I'm just a little bitty guy, right? So anyway, I said, well, I told Miss Daisy, let me see what, you know, the way our government pisses away money, and they're bringing in Harris, well, I'm not going to call it Harrison Biden. This is Obama's doings, okay? He's the controller of all this corruption. They're bringing in these people. They're giving them cell phones. They're giving them free health care. They're giving them housing. People that don't have shizit in the game, guys, and never put a dime in the system. They're rolling out the red carpet treatment for these people, and what they're doing is absolutely treasonous. They should be put against a wall and shot for treason, okay? They go in office and they hold up their hand, I will protect the people. No, you haven't. You're not doing that at all. You're stealing. Not only not protecting, you're stealing from the people. This will stop, okay? And you people, you best be glad that I am not king running this show, because you would be put against a wall and shot for treason, okay? And that's the only way you're going to get accountability, guys. People stop screwing you in the backside. That's all these lefties do. Venting a little bit more. Little Steve-O venting this morning. But so anyway, where I was going with that story is I called the disaster fund, the agricultural disaster fund people. And of course I've got to get shifted around. You get what they do, they shift you around and around and around and around till you just get so disgusted you throw in the towel and walk away. Okay, that's how it works. But if you come in here illegally into this country, they roll out a red carpet for you, okay? This ain't rocket science. I mean, we know what they're up to. They think, oh, we're going to bring in these illegals, we're going to give them the red carpet service, and they're going to vote for us. We'll have power forever. That's Barack Obama's way of thinking. He's so phony and so ridiculous, it's enough to gag a maggot off a gut wagon, guys. I'm telling you what. So I get a hold of these people. Okay, all right, sir. Well, we'll send you, I said, just send the information to my email. And, okay, great. We'll do that. And I said, is there any funds in there? Well, I'm sure there is. They just give you, I'm sure there is this. Well, what it ends up being, here's what it ends up being. They will give you to replace your lossage, whether it's beef or bullfrogs or bees, okay? They will give you a no-interest loan. So all the bees, I didn't want to hand out like old Johnny, my old coon hunting buddy. he lived for, oh my God, I think 18 years or more, 20 years, guy. He was on the gravy train. Just make him and his wife making babies up there in Michigan. Because in Michigan you can get, yeah, you just go in. I can't work. Why can't you work? None of that. No, I just can't work. I can screw like rabbits and make a bunch of babies, and then the taxpayers can feed them. That's the way it happens in Michigan. That's what Johnny was doing. God bless you, Johnny. Rest in peace, bro. Johnny's gone. Yeah, Johnny gone. He left me. He went on to the afterlife. But before he left, he ran up a tab from hell, guys. Him and his wife, the one with rotten teeth. Oh, yeah, by the way, they gave her dentures. Yeah, she got a nice set of dentures. Johnny got not only his monthly payment on that old, it looked like the Bates Motel. Remember that movie, Psycho, Bates Motel? That's what he, just envision that. That's what Johnny was living in. Yeah, Johnny couldn't work, but and his brother-in-law trained him. He was another beauty. He trained Johnny on how to get this welfare money. Not only how many babies to make, and I don't know what his offspring, one of the very first kid he had, that didn't end up well. He ended up, he was 2 years old, and I walked in there one day, and that little kid was running around with a shit-eating grin on his face, and I said, "What are you doing, boy? What you doing, boy?" He was 2 years old, running around with a diaper on. You know what he did to me? He smiled, looked at me, and did this. And Johnny sat there laughing and laughing. He thought that was funny, the funniest. I said, "Johnny, you trained that little boy there to walk around and give people the bird." And I said, "That's going to work out really swell when he gets in school." And if his kindergarten teacher gets the bird, he said, "Who gives a crap?" He said. That was Johnny. The only reason I hung out with Johnny was he was my coon hunting buddy. He had some hounds and I had some hounds. Johnny would sleep all day long, guys. I'd be in the shop turning wrenches all day long. I did brakes, tune-ups, front end alignments, that kind of stuff. Bust tires all day, bust my ass all day. I'd come home, Johnny would be on the horn. "Steve-O, you ready to go? We're gonna hit the woods. We're gonna tree some coon." Coon prices are up. They're $2.25 a hide. And then we can go over and sell coon meat in Detroit for $6 a carcass. Okay, Johnny. So I had an old red bone coon hound, guys. Went through a bunch of dogs. I must have gone through 20 dogs. Between Johnny and I, we must have gone through 20 hounds before we got a good, solid package of hounds that we could just go to the woods and put coons up in trees, guys. And they'd sit down at the bottom of that tree and just start howling and tree that coon. We were stacking coons. That one year, Johnny and I, one fall, we got 98 coons, guys. 98 coons. We made more money on the carcasses than we did the hides. It just helped pay the feed bill on these dogs. Of course, it was a lot of fun. But anyway, Johnny, yeah, just to tell you, Johnny was on the gravy train with the government forever. So anyway, yeah, I get a hold of the government here, our wonderful Florida ag team, and they tell me, yeah, you can, what we'll do for you, because you're a good taxpayer, we'll give you a interest-free loan, and you can buy some more bees and reload them boxes. Okay, well, I said, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I didn't want, guys, a hand out like Johnny had for a cajillion years. I just wanted a little hand up, okay? Because my money is running thin here with all this shenanigans, you know? You're buying wood, you're doing this. You know how it goes in bees. You buy this equipment ain't cheap. This equipment ain't cheap. Wood ain't cheap. Nothing's cheap, guys. Bees aren't cheap. I'm the cheapest guy in the freaking USA in selling bees, but I'll tell you what, my prices have got to go up. Because Miss Daisy's saying, "Steve-O, how about you showing me the money, bro?" So you got to do what she says, guys. You got to do what she says. All right, guys, I pissed in your ear enough, I think. I've got to get this other rail system set up, and I got to come up with a little cleaner program. I had a medium right here. You can see they filled out the bottom. It was just riddled with high beetle larvae swimming through that yesterday. I just got insulted, and I just threw it out in the yard because I've got all deeps now. That's an oddball medium. I had mixed match stuff. No more. I'm just staying with deeps from now on. Yeah, deep for brood, deep for honey. Same. I'm not flip-flopping frames and stuff. I used to be 10 frame equipment with shallow supers. I'd run 4 shallows per setup with an excluder over the brood nest. I do think I'm going to go back to excluders instead of playing mix and match with all these frames and these boxes. I think I'm changing it up. I'm going to put excluder down over the brood nest and stack on another deep on top and let them work honey in that. And when they get too fat in the bottom, no problem. You can do this once a month. Go in there and rob a frame or 2 out. Give them 2 fresh empties to keep her from, you know, from swarming. Keep the swarm response down. Of course, you get into a second year with these queens. The first year is gangbusters. You're just really doing great. That's why I want to crank out some queens this coming spring. All a bunch of fresh queens. And whatever equipment I got, I'm just going to bust it 16 ways from Sunday and make up, still have 3 resources per 5 framers. And I'm going to put a virgin queen or a queen cell in there and crank this operation back up, get it back to speed, and then use some good common sense on getting these girls to the waterfront, because I need to make some honey. I just can't sell bees, and I want to get this thing more profitable. So let's do a combo. Let's sell some bees if we can, and try to make some honey if we can. And you guys stay happy, and I want you to stay strong, because we're going to keep getting it on here at Steve-O's base camp. We're going to get her done, and we're not going to be acting like old Johnny. Rest in peace, old Johnny. I may see you at the hound. Well, I may see you one day, Johnny, again, and you and I'll run and tree some more coon one of these days. And maybe Red will be on the other side too, and we'll get him cranked up and treeing coon. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.